All right, everyone. It's now worse than 2008, and we are going to crush it. Hey, everybody, Real Estate Ninja here. I hope you are doing well. We're going to talk about a specific type of real estate that's collapsing. Actually, all real estate's going down. Most people don't know it because they don't hear it in the news, or they don't have people intelligent enough because they didn't live through past cycles to explain it. We're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about commercial mortgage-backed securities, how they're collapsing, how they are now in more delinquency than 2008. It's a big deal because we're already seeing residential real estate fall off a cliff. So I'm going to dive into here, but really quick, to anybody that likes to hear about real estate from the self-proclaimed worst real estate agent ever, I am the Real Estate Ninja. Please hit the subscribe button. I'm not joking. And I didn't like being a real estate agent. I own 2 brokerages because I'm an investor. And I don't like it when people say, I don't like this house because the color of the paint. You just want to all right, so anyway, hey, do me a favor real quick. Type down what demographic says that out loud. I'm not going to say it. All right, you can all hide behind the comment section. All right, so here we go. This one's out of the daily economy, and it's really important. And then I'm going to tell you a story about how people are killing it in this type of industry right now. And I'm about to buy this. This is commercial mortgage delinquencies now surpass the 2008 financial crisis peak. And I'm going to explain all this cycles after I read this. Office and multifamily mortgages are defaulting at an alarming rate, putting billions in loan value at risk. So what is that going to put at at risk? The banks. All right. We're building up to that Lehman Brothers 2.0 moment. And it's worse in so many different aspects this time. In November of 2024, U.S. commercial mortgage delinquencies spiked to 10.4%, a level just below the 10.7% peak during the 2008 crisis. Commercial real estate delinquencies surged again in August of 2025, with office and multifamily loans at the center of slide despite widespread use of extend and pretend and forbearance tactics designed to stave off losses. Now, the truth is, this happened because of the last administration. Okay, they were trying to push it off, and they did. And this administration is going to take the brunt of it because a lot of people don't understand how real estate works and how these cycles work. And you look at the Fed, and they are not going to, I don't care what they did yesterday. Yeah, sure, they lowered it a little bit. It doesn't matter. They're already saying we're only going to lower it once in 2026. We're going to give the people what they want. But they're not going to drop them meaningfully until it's all over the news. Mortgage-backed securities are collapsing. We have an insurance crisis, worse than the current insurance crisis that's going on. We're talking about the big boys like AIG. Those insurers that insure insurers, they're the ones that are going to be collapsing, okay? As these companies are going out of business, banks are going to be defaulting. There's going to be all kinds of issues. And that's when you're going to make the most money you've ever made in your life. I'll tell that story in a sec. It says, according to TREP, the delinquency rate of office mortgages packed into commercial mortgage-backed securities jumped 11.7%, surpassing the financial peak of 10.7%. Okay, so the peak, 10.7, we're now at 11.7. That's pretty impressive. We're about 10% higher than the peak of 2008. Now, that's the peak of the 2008 crisis. So we are 10% worse, yet you're going, well, the stock market's going up, Ninja. It's because of inflation, okay? Those numbers don't mean anything. You are in the dot-com bubble. And what happens with bubbles? Guys, type pop if you agree. They pop. Boop. And that's when we make our money. All right. Now, of course, we're making money in gold and silver, and you're doing crypto and stuff like that, and your digits are going up. Cool. But the big money's made when you cash out of something that's going up and you buy something that's collapsing, because all of these assets start going up. The sun will come out tomorrow. Your crashing assets, they will go up tomorrow. That's all I got. All right. The sharp deterioration reflects rising vacancies, elevated borrowing costs, and weak demand. Newer, higher quality office buildings continue to lure tenants away from older towers, leaving the latter with mounting vacancies and unsustainable debt. Quite frankly, I'm already looking at some properties in Nevada right now because I'm going to build a college, a school of wealth. And I can't wait to be able to snatch these up. And that's going to be part of the story of the School of Wealth. Timing cycles, being patient, and then pouncing like a tiger. Just, dog. What does a tiger do right before he kills something? It's like, I'm going to be real quiet. I'm going to sneak up to you, and I'm going to buy you. All right. Anyway, tigers bite, I buy. All right. So let's talk a couple stories. And I want to throw out a link down below to the Tax Liens and Deeds course. I just had a subscriber that followed the channel since it was beginning, and he said, Ninja just called me yesterday. I just made my first, he made money on a tax deed in Florida. He bought it for $6,000 over the counter. He sold it for like $28,000 a couple months later. I don't know, I think it said it like a little over 30 days. Anyway, my point being is I go, sweet, you took the course? He goes, yeah, but I've only took part of it because I just 2 months before you came out of the course, I paid $6,000 for a course. And I'm all, mine's better, isn't it? And he goes, it is so much better. And then this is the funny part. Watch this. This is what humans do. He goes, yeah, but and I'm like, why don't you do liens? I'm like, I have students that have like 40 to 70 liens going, and they got money coming in the mailbox every month because of this crisis that's going on. He goes, well, you can't make money off a lien as fast as you can a deed. I'm like, yeah, you obviously haven't watched the whole course because I teach you how to buy a specific lien that cashes in within 30 to 60 days. He goes, you do? I'm like, yeah, you should pay attention to the course. But that's the thing, because things are low priced, people don't see value in either courses, educational courses. Like, look at how many people go to Harvard. Hey, let me ask you this, type 1 or 2. Do you think a college degree from a city is just as good as one of those big Ivy League schools on the whole, if that's the right term, based on, what kind of jobs people are getting? Sure, Harvard, oh man, you got Harvard. Be like, I went to Cuesta a long time ago. We called it Yale by the jail, Harvard by the highway. It was a community college. It taught you the same crap, right? Unless you're going to apply it, it doesn't mean anything. So when real estate is crashing, and you look at these strip malls that I'm in right now. Here, let me show you those. I'm in this strip mall right now. Ooh, look, it's glorious. These things, they don't stick around forever. And in 2008, many of these were completely, you'd see like probably 70% of these things barren. Type 10 if you remember that. Like 2008, it was bad, right? Well, people don't freak out until it's too late because the media tells them everything's bad. So that's why I think it's really important to start figuring out now how to position yourself. I'm going to build a school of wealth. I'm building a investment group to take advantage of these kind of situations right now. The time's now. My investors have made tons of money in crypto, and now it's time to make a legitimate move into real estate in the next year and a half. And that cash flow is going to be absolutely insane. All right, well, anyway, I'm going to go. I hope you guys had a good time. Thank you to everybody that's been supporting this channel. Thank you to everyone that's hitting the subscribe button. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. You've changed my life just by listening and going and doing. Like, all I want for you is to go and make tons of money and then go help other people. And in doing so, you're just going to get richer. And it's the opposite of what, the fat dude on Austin Powers said. It's a vicious cycle. It's the opposite of a vicious cycle. It's a great cycle. So learn how to make money, get out of debt, go help people, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. All right, that being said, the Real Estate Ninja, I nailed it, is out.